Sakhi number 1, the rich man and the poor carpenter. Once on his journeys, Nanak happened to come to a large city. He was a little tired and decided to spend a few days there. The poor carpenter, Lalo, who was known to be good and kind, asked Nanak to stay with him. A few days later, a wealthy man, Malik Babu, who belonged to the highest Hindu caste, gave an enormous feast and invited Nanak to be his guest. It was considered a great honor to be asked to dine with a man as rich and as powerful as Malik Babu. Over 100 people went to the feast, but Nanak did not go. Malik Babu noticed Nanak's absence and went to go see him the next day. You eat the coarse bread of a low-caste carpenter, and yet you insult me by refusing to come to my feast. However, I have brought you some specially made cake for you. Nanak did not reply. He took the cake from the man. He asked the poor carpenter to bring some bread from the kitchen, and he held the rich man's specially prepared cake in one hand and the poor low-caste carpenter's bread in the other hand, and squeezed them. From Lalo's bread flowed milk, and from Malik Babu's cake poured a stream of blood. Malik Babu looked horrified. Why is there blood coming from my cake and milk coming from Lalo's coarse bread, he asked. Lalo's bread was earned by honest hard work, but your cake and riches you have collected have been gained by robbing and cheating the poor, Nanak replied. Malik Babu admitted that Nanak had spoken justly. He felt ashamed of his evil deeds. Sakhi number 2, Sajjan the robber. There lived a famous robber who named Sajjan. He was a cunning man as he was cruel. He built a temple full of gods and goddesses for Hindus and a mosque for Muslims. This will lure both Hindus and Muslims to my house, he said to himself, and at night when they are asleep I shall steal their money and jewels and kill them. One day Nanak was passing nearby and decided to spend the night at Sajjan's house. Sajjan welcomed him warmly and spread out a great feast of tasty dishes before him. But all this time he was thinking, this man Nanak looks very happy and content. He must be very rich. Tonight I will rob him of all that money and murder him. No one will know anything about it. At sunset, Sajjan began to urge Nanak to go to bed early. It is getting late and you look tired, he said in a voice full of concern for his guests. Nanak answered that he had always sang a hymn for retiring for the night. Sajjan was impatient but agreed to sit down for a few minutes and listen to Nanak. Nanak sang his shabad he has composed himself. Herons and birds of prey are found in holy places, yet they eat living things. They are beautiful, yet their hearts are evil. Sajjan realized that what Nanak had said about herons applied to him too. What Nanak says is quite true, he admitted to himself. I might appear kind and friendly, but I am like these birds Nanak speaks of. Although I do not eat people, I do almost the same thing before I kill them. He fell down at Nanak's feet and asked him for forgiveness. Nanak said, Sajjan, only God can forgive you, and God only forgives those who admit their sins openly and repair the wrongs they have done. Tell me, how many people have you robbed and killed? Sajjan looked ashamed. I have murdered and robbed hundreds of men, women, and children. How can I possibly attain God's forgiveness for my evil deeds? Give away all that you have gained in this way to the poor, Nanak said. Sajjan did as Nanak had asked and became his follower. The first Sikh temple was built by Sajjan in gratitude to Nanak, who had changed his way of life. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa.